Go
Oh,
on to our co-main event.
yeah.
Zhang Weili, the women's strawweight champion, looking to defend against Amanda Lemos. Zhang Weili is expected to roll here,
Yeah.
minus 310. Lemos plus 250. And Dominic, I'm actually going to let you set the scene, set the floor, set the table, because this is a fight that you've been very excited for a while. You were calling for Amanda Lemos to get that title fight after she beat Marina Rodriguez. By the way, I may or may not have said after that fight, I thought there was a less than 0% chance Lemos would get the title fight. And here
Yeah.
she is about 10 months later. Dominic, the floor is yours.
This is, to me, the most exciting, I think, banger stylistic matchup you can have in all the women's divisions in the UFC right now. The way that both of these two fight, clashing together, it makes me absolutely ecstatic to see this fight. First off, Zhang Weili is one of the most exciting fighters really in the entire company. Doesn't matter male or female. And Amanda Lemos has quietly, climbed through these ranks. She's really had to earn her stripes. But she is good, and she's an emphatic finisher and a fun fighter to watch. So there's something about this clash that makes it so exciting. She's coming off back-to-back finishes. Michelle Waterson Gomez and Marina Rodriguez. That one hurt me as a Marina Rodriguez fan, but it wouldn't hurt as bad because I am a fan of Amanda Lemos, and I was wanting her to get this shot. So here she is. She's finally getting it. A plus 250 dog. I would again agree with, like I said, with the main event. The odds here are justified. I think Zhang Weili is that damn good. We've seen her be the champion before. She is the champion again. She rolled through Carla Esparza. She's spinning back fist, knocked out Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She does things that a lot of women do not do. And so this is the most exciting fight in women's MMA right now, and we get to see it as the co-main event here at UFC 292. I can't wait for it. It's justified. It's the right time, the right place, the right two women to get the job done. Noah, what are your expectations? What are your vibes? What are you picking up on for this fight?
I think this fight is being painted as, and maybe this is a little bit of what you're saying, like this battle of the powerhouses of the
Mm,
women's divisions, like that these two are going to go tit for tat, like power shots, and it's going to be very fun and exciting,
mm-hmm.
and someone's probably going to get a finish. I would argue that well, both these women are actually much better than just with the power in their hands.
Mm-hmm.
This is where it kind of branch off. I'm not necessarily addressing what you said here, but Dominic, I actually kind of look at this fight and I see a lot of routes where this is not for the majority of it is not fought on the feet. I actually think Zhang
Mm-hmm.
Weili may be coming in here looking to grapple.
I can
I
see
mean,
it.
she's been to war with Joanna Jędrzejczyk. She's been to war with Rose Namajunas. You saw it in the second Rose fight. She really started to show more in her wrestling. Her
Yeah.
takedown defense and her actual defensive wrestling was still some holes there. But then when she came back and fought Carla Esparza and won the title back, Dominic, those grappling exchanges were crazy. And I get it. People kind of look at Carla and were like, yeah, Zhang Weili was expected to win there. But Carla Esparza is one of the best wrestlers in the entire
Exactly.
the
The
women's
fashion in
MMA.
which she did it
And
is,
she
yeah.
kind of got outclassed in those grappling exchanges. I
Yeah.
mean, Zhang Weili was just a step ahead, and it was obviously an awesome finish. She kind of got her in like a what do you call that? A crucifix, and then choked, and then kind of had like
She
the
like
rear
did it with
naked
one
choke
arm.
in. Yeah,
Yeah.
very impressive. Very sad for me because I had Zhang Weili by KO TKO in that fight. You remember me watching that at your house and like the grappling exchange, I was like, oh yes, no, oh
Yeah.
yeah, like I was just
You've
doing
had
that.
back-to-back rough runs with Zhang Weili because before that was the Joanna, the over 1.5.
Oh yeah,
That
dude, that
was
was
tough.
bad. That was bad. I watched that fight again last night. And I was like, God, it was like 1 second
2 seconds.
away. uh, Neither here nor there. I
Yeah.
think there are more wrinkles to this fight than just simply. I don't know if people necessarily painting it like a rock'em sock'em robots. I think both. I think the people who know about this fight they recognize that these two, even in their striking, are probably more talented than that. But I think the power of both of these women has overshadowed the fact that they are very well rounded. And I think you're
Yeah.
likely going to see a lot more of the other aspects of their game. And I think Zhang Weili is going to be the one initiating that. I want to stick right there because your excitement's obviously super high for this fight. You just said it's like the fight to make in women's MMA right now. But you did say the odds were justified. I mean, these odds scream that Zhang Weili should win this pretty easily.
Yeah.
So is there any doubt in your mind that Zhang Weili maybe doesn't make it look so easy? And if so, is there any chance you're laying a little bit on the plus 250?
I'm leaning heavy on Zhang Weili, and that hurts when you're a fan of Amanda Lemos. But I'll say this: I think early on, especially round one, Zhang Weili will not look like a minus 310. I'm not expecting her to look like a minus 310 in round one, maybe even round two. But the longer this goes, the more openings I feel like Lemos will present. And Zhang Weili has been in 5-round wars. She's went the distance. She knows how to maintain a pace for 5 rounds and still even finish fights. That's where I think it will open up and that minus 310 becomes justified. That's what I'm foreseeing in my head.
Does Amanda Lemos have the gas tank to go 25 minutes, you think?
I don't know. Will she kind of change up her style, be a little bit slower of a pace to manage it for 25 minutes? Maybe. Maybe she does. And that makes it a very interesting fight. But I would imagine she wants to come out here and try and finish Zhang Weili early. I think maybe she realizes that's her best opportunity to do so, whether it is with the striking or with the grappling. If she does show good cardio, though, that's kudos to her for doing that and getting prepared for your first 25-minute fight. Well, at least to go full 25 minutes, I should say, if she goes that far. And B, it makes her chances a hell of a lot better to win this fight.
Well said, Dominic. Anything else you want to touch on with this fight before we move on?
I'm just ready to see it.